Welcome and welcome back to Ninth House Tarot Collective. We're going to get into another timeless reading for what you need to hear right now. So it will resonate for when you find this message. It's not zodiac specific, so take what resonates and leave the rest for somebody else, okay? Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, especially if this resonates for you. And yeah, drop me a comment and let me know if this is your energy that I am tapping into. So we're going to get into it with the Oracle of the Seven Energies deck, which I very rarely use. It's one of those decks that I loved it before I bought it, and when I bought it, very few occasions I've really jived with the energy. Oh, I keep getting messages of love, okay, or like soulmate love, soulmate connection. It feels new. Let's see what comes out, but I've been doing the shuffling and that's what I'll keep getting. So, and you know, there's so many different types of energies in this card. It also keeps coming up with like a social situation or and like an event or something like that. Okay, so let's get into it. What do the collective need to hear at this time? Can I get sacred revenants and bearing fruit? So the number 12, 3, or 11 could mean something to you. Take it as it resonates. I'm going to take that as one card, okay, one message, because they came out together. I get 2 more, please, Spirit. And if you're wondering why I've got a wire attached to my microphone, I went to use it and it's the battery's dead. I went to charge it and I didn't switch it on in the wall. Again, you've got 2 more cards out, so I'll take it as one message. You've got Divine Matrix and Willing Release. That's 44 and 49. So the numbers 13, 4, or well, 4 is the number really that could mean something to you, because number 49 breaks down to a 13, which breaks down to a 4, and then you've got 44. So the number 4 or 44 or 444 could really mean something to someone. And one more. And the colours on these cards, I'll show you in a second. They're identical. Last card out is number 28, Broken Open. So 28 is number 10 or breaks down to a 1. That could mean something to somebody. But let me show you. Ooh, at the bottom of the deck, you got Waking the Lion and Power of Purpose. So I enjoy that energy. The Lion is a beautiful card. Right, so I'll show you. The cards that came out, the 2 that came out together for the first and second pull, the colours on them are identical, right? So you got pink and blue. So when we're looking at the chakra, the heart, the chakras, you know what I'm trying to say. When we're looking at the colours of the chakras, because that's what I usually default to when I see synchronicities in colour. The pink colour is the heart chakra, as well as green as well. But we've got pink here, so that's the heart chakra. That's here twice. And then the blue one is the throat chakra. It could also be the third eye chakra. So the throat chakra is speaking on something, being able to voice something. The third eye chakra is like clarity of thought, clarity of sight, clear sight. A knowing as well is an energy. And then, as we know, the last card is Broken Open. So interesting, right? So we're going to get some energy before we read what those cards are for. So we've got Bearing Fruit, Sacred Revenants. Bearing Fruit, Sacred Revenants. What is that message, Spirit? Why is that here? We'll take it. Ooh! I said what I said. So Bearing Fruit and Sacred Revenants. It's something to do with love. It doesn't have I mean, it really does feel like romantic love, but it could be a love for something as well. So just, you know, we'll see what comes out. Divine Matrix and Willing Release. Thank you, Spirit. Ooh, look. So this is letting me know the universe is probably stepping in some regards. Okay, this could be like a wheel of fortune energy, which is funny. I should have said it when I saw this card, but when it came out, I immediately thought of the Wheel of Fortune. So yeah, 444. You may be seeing it at this time. And then you've got Broken Open, which is number 28. So Broken Open. Why is that here? Okay, it just came out. Didn't even get a chance. Rebirth. Is that what it is? Yeah, rebirth. Okay. So yeah, there's something that is changing, transforming, moving to another stage of the process. It seems like something to do with love. Something is being awakened. Something is being awakened and broken open. We've got Waking the Lion at the bottom of the deck. I feel like whatever this alignment is with this love situation, this romance situation, it is to do with purpose for both of you. And if this isn't a person, that is again, it's like a soul's true purpose, all according to plan, all according to plan. Okay. Underneath that, you got difficult truth. I feel like there's something here with Guardian that you are being guided to and protected. It feels like something that is guiding you into a either challenging or conflict type of situation, some kind of difficulty, but it's like a pathway to this love, to this alignment, to this Wheel of Fortune look energy. You are being taken care of with Guardian at the bottom of the deck there. That's the second lion that we've seen today. I could be talking to some of you who have a ancestor or a guide who is a Leo placement. Take it as it resonates. Or you could be a Leo placement as well. Yeah, that's, yeah. So let's get some more energy. Okay, so for bearing fruit and sacred revenants, we are going to get some more context. Bearing fruit, sacred revenants. Thank you. Why is that here, please, Spirit? Official person, number 22, that breaks down to a 4 again. So you could definitely be seeing 4s at the moment, okay? Official person now, sometimes I'll read this as the emperor, or if it's not an emperor figure like a divine masculine, this is like somebody who's owning or owning their authority or owning a situation, taking control of a situation, taking the lead in a situation. We'll see what the tarot says. Again, I haven't called for it, so I'm not going to take it, but high honor. Somebody sees you, or you're going to see someone, or this connection is going to be seen as some kind of high honor. It's a higher purpose to this. To this connection. All right, so let's get divine matrix and willing release. Why is that here? Divine matrix and willing release. Oh, expectation in the reverse. Interesting. Let's just see, why is expectation in the reverse? I feel like with luck here, I feel like it's because your expectations are thwarted. Something doesn't go the way you think it's going to go, but don't forget you are being protected. I got that strongly. Why is expectation in the reverse? Aha, there it is. Because somebody's wearing a mask, okay? Somebody is wearing a mask. But I don't feel like you need to be afraid. But with expectation in the reverse, somebody is not aligning with what you expected them to be in any given situation in regards to this. Why is broken open here? Why is broken open here? 21, so number 3 again. Family room. So family room to me is like intimacy. It can mean a private conversation or a conversation that happens behind closed doors, a conversation that happens between people who are close to one another. Could be family, could just be friends, close colleagues. It's all hush hush. Something intimate anyway is the energy that I get from that. Yeah. If you've been expecting or waiting for a change to your friendship group, to your community, to if you feel like you are supposed to be a part of a specific community, with poverty here, you have not met this community yet. Okay, or you've been at a distance, or it's just not a part of your life in the 3D yet. That is changing. I don't know how that's relevant to this, but that's what I see. So, okay. Let's get some more clarification here, because we are 11 minutes in and we don't know shit. We don't know anything. So this is why my readings be so long. I might just fast forward through all the shuffling, because that's what's taking so long, isn't it? Okay, so why is bearing fruit here with sacred revenants? Sacred revenants and bearing fruit. Why is that here? Birth in the reverse. Okay, so this is Venus and Cancer. This is like something, birth in the reverse is like, this isn't new. Something is being birthed, or something is being, for some of you could be resumed, but it's different. It's not, this is not new. Or it is new in the 3D, but it's you two, or you and this community, for some of you, you and this purpose are not new to each other. Okay. Why is Divine Matrix here with willing release? Divine Matrix, willing release. Why is that here? Friendship, moon in Cancer again. So Cancer's coming out pretty consistently. Okay, so somebody could be a Cancer placement. But yeah, this person or situation, community for some of you, that you are walking into by divine sheer luck. Divine matrix, the source energy, the universe is definitely working on something, working on bringing you together with someone or a group of someone's. But this is going to curate a friendship here. This is a divine purposeful connection. It's going to feel serendipitous with luck here and divine matrix. Why is broken open here? Okay. Lust, Venus in Aries. That's another card that keeps coming out. Okay. So broken open. I mean, somebody may be getting their Venus in Aries on. Okay. This could also be someone who has been hurt in love before. With Venus in Aries, Aries is a very loyal sign and very passionate. So when it comes to Venus in Aries, this is somebody who gives their all in a situation, but also somebody who's been hurt before because they give their all. You could be coming into contact with somebody who is protective, very protective of their heart, but we're broken open here with family room, with rebirth. There's some kind of intimacy that is restarting within them. And if it's not them, remember it's you. Somebody's broken open via some kind of intimacy, a connection that is felt. It does say that, it's also lust as well, Venus in Aries. So it could be could be that they're just, they feel that instant spark, that instant connection. This rebirth, again, I feel like this is not for, I'm not really getting like an ex energy, or for someone that you know in this 3D world kind of energy. For some people it could be, but I'm not getting that strong. I'm getting someone that you have never known before in this world, in this 3D world, but you've known from another lifetime. Your spirit, your souls know each other, which I just think is so cool. So what we're going to do, we're going to read about sacred reverence and bearing fruit if we can, because I know we are 15 minutes in. So this is all about awe for the truth that spirit is everywhere, inspiration coming through you as a result of reverence. Joyful living, exploring possibilities with curiosity, spiritual passion, manifesting the starting point of the realm of spirit. Reverence is an act of deep witnessing, respect, and awe. You experience it when you perceive everything being and everything, every plant, rock, and tree as sacred and alive. You naturally lean into a state of bliss and harmony and a profound sense of well-being. So yeah, sacred reverence is like a recognition, basically. It's a recognition. Now with lust coming out, with this, not lust, sorry, love, with love coming out with this, official person, and birth in the reverse. This is like a recognition. What's that quote from Wedding Crashers? That's I'm seeing in my head. She makes a speech at her sister's wedding, and she says, "A soul, is it like a soulmate is, or love is the recognition of and a soul's point in another," or something like that. Go and Google it. But I might put it as the title because that's what that's what I got. It's a recognition. There's a recognition that you are connected with another soul, with another person, very deeply, very intimately, though you have never met them before in this physical world. It also came out with bearing fruit. Let's not forget. So let's have a look at that. So that's all about birthing, and as we know, birth came out in the reverse, but it says birthing, the results of hard work, an idea, or consistent thought manifesting into form. So this is somebody who has been manifesting love, and I feel like I did a reading the other day about this was specifically for someone who's been manifesting love. So I don't know what reading that was. You'll have to go and check it out. the relationship between the external world and the internal world of feelings and beliefs. So there's something coming in, aligning here within what somebody feels. Okay, what is more abstract, what is more ethereal. I'm feeling. I don't know why I'm getting that ethereal energy. Which is very Neptunian, and that's just gone into Aries, or it will be going into Aries. I don't know. Timeless reading, so whatever resonates for you. Um, but it's an alignment here of what is external, so actually meeting someone in real life, and internal, what you've been feeling up until this point. It's starting to align. So it says everything is intrinsically connected. Magic flows through you from the unseen world into the world that you perceive. Moving from the realm of non ordinary reality to ordinary reality, you birth ideas and thoughts into form and bring your most cherished desires to fruition. Not all ideas will bear fruit. Sometimes you will reap a sour and bitter harvest based on your sense of your personal narrative and your assumptions about others. You are in a powerful and fertile season of your life when you're particularly good at making things happen with very little effort. Pay close attention to what you're manifesting now. From your career to your personal relationships, your influence is strong at this time. If you don't like what your life is yielding, prune the proverbial tree and get into alignment with what genuinely lights you up. So would love here. I feel like you are coming into alignment with what genuinely lights you up. I feel for the people that I am channeling today, who I'm connecting with, you've been feeling this coming. Um, Even if you couldn't recognize it as a new person or a new soul's purpose, there was something waking within you, that is now coming to fruition and manifestation. And with official person, if this isn't actually like a divine masculine energy, or it could be masculine because there's a masculine on the card, but it doesn't have to be, it could be a divine feminine energy. If this isn't love with that kind of energy, this is somebody who's going to be very important within your life. This could also be you falling in love with an alignment, with a purpose, with a goal, with a pick, a desire, whatever it is, and you becoming the official person or an authority on that through your love to it and your devotion to it. With birth in the reverse, this could be something that you've tried to pursue before, or something that has you've been pursuing for a long time but hasn't come to fruition. So it'll be different for everybody, but it is alignment. Whatever it is, a person, a situation, a community, this is alignment. And it is going, you are going to become some kind of authority, or somebody's entering your life who's going to have a very important purpose in your life. So you've got Divine Matrix, which was number 44. Let's not forget the number of the day. So the realm of spirit, the knowledge that we are all divine beings, part of a tapestry weaving our dreams into the fabric of reality. So dreams to reality again. This is synchronicity, learning to trust the way things unfold. Imagine that everything possible under the sun is waiting to be claimed. You are not separate from what you desire to manifest. Everything is intrinsically connected. Again, within a vast living web of life, a divine matrix. Even that which you have not yet observed as part of your life experience is still connected to you. So if you haven't physically observed it, it is still connected. You are still connected to it. This is something that you have been connected to forever, but you may have only felt it recently. And I feel like I am talking to people that have felt it. This is not, if you have never felt this, or you've never known that this was coming, this is not your reading. It remains dormant until you choose it. Life operates on life's terms as well. You don't live in a vacuum, so you are surrounded by a multitude of realities that were brought to life by others. So this is like a co-creation kind of thing, not just between you and the universe, but you and this other energy. This is something that they've needed to work on or to align with, and for you to do it, but it's had to happen in such a way that you both meet at the same time in your lives, meet at the right time, the same points, working on the same things. This community, this whatever it is, had to be curated at the right time. That you also needed to realize things, learn things, whatever that is. These can surely affect affect you if you allow them to. But as you thread your luminous life force, your courageous dream is part of the tapestry of life. You're being invited to be conscious of the pattern you are weaving. So yeah, Divine Matrix. I love that. And then we've got Willing Release that came out with Divine Matrix, right? So that was number 49. Let's not forget. And Willing Release. Yielding to a divine plan. Oh my God. So there's something about the way that this happens that is going to be difficult for you to release. It's not how you expect it. Okay, so with expectation in the reverse, this is going to be very much concealed from you. Like it's going to be. It's going to be right in your face, and you, even though you've been expecting it, you won't know, you won't recognize it for what you thought was coming in, because it's not going to happen how you expect it to. And this, it's something to do with, it could be like an unlikely friendship, it could be a friend that you've known for a while. False person, friendship, this could be somebody who's like been a secret admirer, but maybe you've been friends for a while with friendship here, and now it's like divine timing and alignment for that to be revealed. But yeah, serendipity, um yielding to a divine plan, releasing attachment to form, especially if something isn't what you expected or wanted, and this is leaving room for serendipity. And what was the serendipity? Look, and divine matrix. Listen, my intuition today is on one, let's just say, because I was just messing with the cards earlier this afternoon, as I do before I work, and I'm just, to see what comes out. And the repetitive messages coming across two different decks, lots of shuffling. So this is a strong collective message, and it feels like alignment. And what I will estimate, this is a timeless reading, it will resonate for whenever you find it, but at the time I do this, we are on the last day of January 2026. I do feel like from February 17th, that's Chinese New Year, but also more so the spring equinox in Aries season is gonna be the real New Year, when things really really change. So if you feel like you're still living in 2025 energy, or the energy of the year that's just passed, or the months that have just passed, whenever you watch this, this will change. I would say in the next 4 to 8 weeks for you, things are going to change. You're going to start to see whatever this is manifesting. I just saw 24:44 on the clock. We move. Okay, we move. Oh, and also friendship is number 4, and so is birth, because it's the sign of Cancer. Interesting. So it says, for willing release, there is a divine plan for each of us. When acting on this faith, you may find that your intense desire for something translates into a feeling of attachment and entitlement. Right now, can you immerse yourself in this experience and allow the divine plan to unfold as it will on your behalf without interference? Can you be open to receiving what is yours, even if it is not packaged in the form you thought you wanted? Perhaps if you look deeper, you will see that you've received the perfect vibrational match to your most authentic wants and needs. You have put in the work, defined your desires, and felt them deeply, and engaged your higher power. Now you must let go and see what transpires. This isn't always easy. Impatience erodes the foundation of your trust in the divine. Surrendering truly will serve your highest good. Knowing this truth in your heart, can that really be so difficult? Willing release. You're gonna have to be willing to release control, and to release also your expectations of how you thought this would happen, how you thought you would walk into this career, how you thought you would find this person, how you thought you would, um I don't know, receive this money or whatever it is. um you need to release how you thought this would happen, and just allow things to happen, which I can't stress that enough, because that keeps expectation in the reverse. False person, I feel like it's really critical. There's something about luck here that aligns you to the right person, but the situation is a bit off. Maybe they don't look how you thought they would look. There's something that feels off, because you're trying to project your expectations on it, your desires, your fantasy upon it. Okay, just let it unfold. Willing release. Okay. So then we've got broken open. Listen, I don't think it's going to be a problem, because once that soul recognition kicks in, and you recognize you're exactly where you're supposed to be at the right time, you've connected with the right people at the right time, and that recognition is there, and that connection, that foundation, that whatever that the feeling, right? I don't think you're going to care that it's not shown up the way it's supposed to, or well, the way you thought it would, the way you dreamt about it, fantasized about it. It could also be, as well, when we're talking about things not showing up in the package that we thought, it can literally mean, if it's a person, it can literally mean physically, okay, they're not your usual type. But it could also that they come with a little bit of extra baggage, or they come with something you said was a bit of not your red flags, because that your red flags are your boundaries, and those are your red flags, but things that you were like, ideally in a partner I wouldn't want this, and they show up with that, and it's like, ugh. well, it wasn't a deal breaker, but I really didn't want that. In an ideal world, I wouldn't want that. And then you start thinking about all the things of how that's going to affect your life, and none of that is true because it hasn't happened. It's just all in your mind, right? So allow yourself to be in the moment with that and not run away with what you think is going to happen because you haven't got the package that you thought you were going to get, or the package doesn't look how you thought it was going to look. Because despite the fact how the package looks, or the add-ons that it comes with, that is your manifestation. So don't fuck it up. Don't fuck, because I'm telling you, the anxiety I was feeling today, and it came from nowhere. I was just shuffling, I was putting all these cards, and I felt such anxiety. And I was like, where, whose energy is this? I had to stop, I had to ground. And then I just got my cards, I felt it again, I had to stop. Listen, don't fuck it up. So, broken open, number 28. Number 28. I think I'm going to do this reading in two halves because it deserves it. Okay, it does. It deserves it. So, open number 28, it says, the gift of grief, being shattered as a result of loss, the potential inherent in failure. Yeah, this is somebody who has been hurt, okay, or this could be you, whoever. Someone has been hurt, someone is closed off, someone, I don't think, I think it goes both ways, that the expectation is going to be like, neither one of you were expecting this. There's one person in this situation who wasn't expecting it because it's not showing up in the package that they thought it would look like, and they were like a bit, oh, what? And also, it feels like it's going to be a friendship first, or you might connect with them as a friend before it ever even conceptualizes as anything else. And then the other party in this situation is hurt, has been hurt probably quite recently, didn't expect the depth of this connection. That could be another reason why it starts as friends. This connection, this friendship is going to be rebirthed. So somebody, whoever it is, who is healing from something, gone through something, some kind of loss, could be grief, or fear of failure. Whoever this person is, this connection and this friendship that it does develop into is going to serve as part of their healing. I feel like they're going to confuse it with lust, or they're going to assume that it's just lust, or it's just a passion for the job, the role, the career, whatever it is. But there's more to that. There's more to this connection than just the physical nature of the way this manifests physically, sexually. Okay, so it says, can you see that this situation has broken you wide open, enabling you to have an even greater capacity for love? So whatever they've gone through, or you've gone through, has broken. It was meant to happen that way, so they could really be awake emotionally and spiritually to receive a connection on this level. There's something about the connection and the depth of this, whatever it is, purpose, soulmate, whatever, that needed to be received at the highest vibration. And I once heard a really good quote that the best way to, what's it? It was something like, the best way for a heart to receive love is through breaking it, or something like that. I can't remember the quote. Yeah, anyway, it was another reader that said it, so I don't know if it was his quote, or he had heard it somewhere. I'll have to try and find that. That will be the title to the second part two. um, but it says, you cannot be the same person as before. The only way forward is to move through it without resistance or manipulation, without attempting to bargain with unseen forces, because none of your usual fallbacks can put you back together again. If you do fall prey to self-absorption or self-pity, it will just make it harder to get to the next gradual phase leading to relief. Yet, even if you are prolonging the inevitable, you will get there eventually. The gift is in accepting who you've become as a consequence of integrating this difficult experience and allowing yourself to be more than you were. This wisdom comes at a high price, but the value of your experience of moving through and to the other side is unsurpassed. Love the you that is the result of being broken open by life's challenges and lessons. So somebody's going to find it really hard to lean into this, because one, it's going to catch them off guard, and two, they weren't looking for it. They're just focusing on themselves, trying to heal. But if I'm speaking to you directly, I would say don't fight it. This, like I said, this connection or this friendship, for some of you, it could just be friendship. But for a lot of you, I feel like it's something that will develop as well. But the purpose of it, one of the purposes of it is to heal you, put you back together. Um, and the other purpose is because there's a purpose to this friendship, there's a purpose to this connection. I could be talking to someone who's very resistant or very rebellious. You could have a Mars in Aquarius placement. You don't have to. So yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave that there. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Let me know in the comments if this could be your reading. I'll see you in part 2 if it is. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.